Doing this content creation thing, I get a fair amount of hate mail. It's par for the course. And if you know my content at all, you know I get pretty petty with any person who thinks it's a good idea to send me a private message because they're too much of a coward to post their hate in the comments. Recently, I hit the mother load of fragile conservative snowflakes with a, what I thought was well-placed and timed Charlie Kirk joke on George Floyd's birthday. Right after that, I followed it up with a video about how Republicans are rapists and Nazis because they leaked a group chat where they told us that they are rapists and Nazis. And holy shit, did the rapists and Nazis come out of the woodwork and onto my page. Damn near every post and video's got a pin a shame comment, and I gotta rotate through them because there's just too many people to shame. I got so many goddamn messages and negative Book of Faces review like, we do not recommend off Joe that I couldn't possibly give them all their own individual video. Although don't worry, I'm covering a couple. This is one of them. Stick around. But I just started posting screenshots of them. And now basically all of these were just the run-of-the-mill hate mail that I've been getting for years and I'm totally used to, except for this one. And what's blocked out there on the bottom is a house number he thinks belongs to me. Now that is a pretty intense threat all by itself. I mean, that's definitely the strongest language of any threat or any hate mail I've ever gotten, and I've gotten some bad stuff. But clearly, he stopped hate masturbating to anime trans porn long enough to cyber stalk me to find some sort of information he thought was connected enough to me to make that threat feel credible. To turn this from hate mail into a legitimate terroristic threat. Now, as far as a threat goes, this motherfucker would lose a fist fight to Stephen Miller. You can't come out here acting like a hard ass making threats like this when you've got the upper body strength of a fucking paraplegic. If you tried hanging somebody in a tree, you would climb the fucking rope. And I'm saying that, and I'm not a big guy. And I get it. Wavy David or Wavy DD on IG put that stupid name up there because he thought it would protect him from the consequences of his actions. But Wavy David is also a fucking idiot. See, the internet works both ways. It didn't take me long to figure out that his real name is David Clute. David Clute, who is from Syracuse, New York, but maybe, just maybe, moved to Lansing recently. Is 450 your new house number there, David? That David Clute that moved to Lansing is 29 years old, and that's why I was like, oh, it can't be you, judging from, you know, the fact that it doesn't look like you've ever been through puberty. Then I realized your little incel Nazi ass was posting all these Pepe the Frog Groiper memes all the way back in 2016. And when I say all, I mean all. Why so goddamn many, David? Why so many penises? Why are you so obsessed with penis, David? It's weird. My gayest friends, not nearly as obsessed with dick as you are. I'm beginning to think that keep sucking that BBC part of your message was more of a fantasy for you rather than an insult for me. So all the way back in 2016, when your parents clearly should have been beating you more, you were a shitty teenager or early 20s, making the 29-year-old on Lansingville Road plausible. And while I could have kept digging and figured it out, I have a life, and I'm sure the FBI doesn't need my help because I reported it to them and the local police for good measure. You know, this is an actual terroristic threat, and I think that's a felony, pretty sure. I don't know. I don't go around making them, so I don't keep brushed up on the laws. I feel like it could be. You know, it seems like the type of thing that would be a felony. And I just thought to myself after looking at all of this that you are a boy who can make some poor person in prison very, very happy. Well, I can't single-handedly change the injustice in the justice system. Maybe I can send some poor suffering soul in there a gift basket. And by that, I mean you. Although honestly, I wouldn't worry too much about it because even though you're the exact profile of the dude who shot Charlie Kirk, I don't think you got the hand strength to actually pull a trigger, so they're probably not overly concerned with you. And don't worry, David Clute from Syracuse, New York, I'm sure nobody knows you personally and would report this to your employer, mostly because I highly doubt you're actually employed. And I'm sure you've got no reason to ever look over your shoulder when you're out and about for somebody who's going to, you know, tap you on the shoulder and give you a hard conversation about manners and why you shouldn't speak about black people that way, why you shouldn't threaten people. All I'm saying is, you know, don't lose too much sleep because I doubt anybody would ever take a message like this personally enough to have it negatively affect your life. And I certainly wouldn't ever worry about any of them doing to you what you threatened to do to me. That's just mostly because almost every single human being on earth is better than you because you are, you know, a worthless piece of shit. And the only people who aren't better than you are just like you. But there is certainly no one below you. Anyway, David, it's been nice chatting, and I certainly hope that you get everything in life you deserve.